that fucking TikTok ban. Like, what is this actual law?
Oh, that bill has nothing to do with TikTok, yeah.
Yeah, it has nothing to do
What
with
is it?
TikTok. It's all about having power to restrict access to. Like,
What's the deal with
pull it
TikTok?
up.
When
Let's
did
figure out
TikTok
what it is.
become like a fucking evil?
Well, first of all, they nailed it. Adam Curry doesn't think they are. Adam Curry's perspective when I talked to him, and Adam Curry's brilliant.
Yeah.
He said he thinks that they're eating tech in America's lunch, and they're trying to block them out because it's a Chinese-owned company. And because they're saying that China's scooping up all the data, guess what? He goes, that's exactly what these other companies are doing too.
Yeah.
They're all scooping up your data.
Yeah.
The idea that your data is going to China is a problem.
What does that mean? It goes to China? Like,
it's because China represents competition, and they developed an app that's the most addictive app ever.
Sure.
That's just
But
Adam
also
Curry's
selling
Is
the
it Adam
information.
Curry, MTV original VJ?
Yeah, that guy's
he's
the
like
shit.
a huge tech guy. Yeah,
Do you know
yeah.
he's the fucking original podcaster? He's
Really?
the pod father. He's number one.
It's why. Yeah, he's a couple things he was like ground level on.
Well, he's super like deep in on the internet, man. Like,
And so, yeah, it seems the same. Seems it's just an app that they're making money off ads.
But I will say, I've never seen before, because Christine, my girlfriend, is like,
she's on it nonstop.
and I really like, no, she stops herself now, but the fact that you're in a position where you have to stop yourself and like, she can't wait for me to go to the bathroom or whatever so she can just start seeing more of them. And I'm genuinely afraid to try, but I almost like the same way I want to try crack once, like see what all the hubbub's about. I want to go on and be like, is it good? I'm not into watching bite-sized videos over and over. It's not my
but
thing.
the thing is,
Yeah.
what it does is it finds what you're into. And one of the ways I know that is my 12-year-old and my 14-year-old have fucking completely different feeds.
Whoa.
They talk about it. Like my 12-year-old is into like weird facts and strange things. All kinds of stuff that the 14-year-old's not into. The 14-year-old's into like dress-up videos. It's like they're all people are into different shit, and that's what it'll find your thing. It's like really good at that. But it's also like super invasive. But then the question is, how much do we know other than what we found out from Twitter? How much do we know about like what these other companies are doing? Like when you just sign up for someone's app, and then like how about when you're talking about something and then you see a Google ad for it? Like what happened there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the
We all
microphone.
know by now.
What the fuck
Well, you know
is
what's
going
funny?
on? But
You can turn that off. You can turn that. That's actually a function. If you go into like Facebook on your phone, you can all of them. You put turn microphone off. It's an option, so it doesn't do that. If you turn the microphone off, though, the app doesn't do almost anything.
It's just annoying.
It makes you almost keep it on. That's the only reason I have it on. But
it hobbles it.
Yeah.
It hobbles
That's
it so
too
it can
far.
listen to you constantly.
That's too far. Following shopping habits or something, it's like maybe that's way too far.
But what about like an Alexa helps you solve a crime because it like was recording or something?
I hate
If
that.
we didn't know, if like this whole thing with Edward Snowden didn't come down, we would, and that was a long time ago. If you really stop and think about it, we would have no fucking idea that there was a government full-scale surveillance program that was on the American people, like on everybody.
Yeah.
Like they could spy on anybody. They don't have to have warrants anymore. They can do whatever they want. They can get all your emails, all your voicemails. Like that is wild shit. And we found out about it because a guy told everybody and then had to hide in Russia.
Damn, it's
Clear
crazy.
AI scrapped 30 billion images from Facebook and other social media sites and gave them to cops. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Puts
the
them into a
background stuff.
perpetual police lineup.
Oh, so no more of
So
that. They're not in the
AI
system. They're not in the system.
Look at that. 30 billion images from Facebook and social media sites and
What?
gave them to police. So now they have your name and your face. So if you have a fake ID, if you get pulled over, they know exactly who you are. And they can run that through some fucking computer that has a database
Of
of
everything.
That was
all
a
your
big thing
social
when-
media, everything you've ever
Wow.
done.
That's so much deeper than DNA evidence because they would say that if someone didn't have their DNA in like the
Yeah.
like, you couldn't find something. It was their first time like crime, and they weren't. Now
You could be like, did you buy a shovel recently?
you're
Jamie,
in,
what is
you're
the
in the
law?
system if you have a phone.
Yeah.
What is this TikTok law? Because people are freaking out about it, and people are telling me that I have to look into it.
Confusion is calling it the TikTok law to begin with.
the Restrict
That's
Act
Yeah,
is what it's
TikTok is not listed in there at all.
Right, I'm sorry, but it's that's like the "Don't Say Gay" bill.
Sure.
Never really says "Don't Say Gay" in any of it.
Yeah, that was a misleading one.
Yeah, it's very misleading.
But that's also kind of how it's being sold to people as like, this is what's going to stop the bad TikTok stuff.
Right.
But it's like, hey, TikTok is not mentioned in here, so maybe
Right.
it won't do that at all.
So what does it say?
So this is what, instead of like just going after TikTok, they're making this sweeping Act. The Restrict Act is described as a systematic framework for addressing technology-based threats to the security and safety of Americans. That sounds ominous. It grants the Secretary of Commerce the authority to review transactions by certain foreign entities who offer information and communications technologies, products, and services in order to identify, investigate, and mitigate undue and unacceptable risks to the national security of the United States or its citizens. This includes, but not limited to, impact the country's critical infrastructure and digital economy, sabotage or subversion of ICTS in the United States. Boy, that could be interpreted a lot of ways. Interference and manipulation of federal elections, which could mean you're just skeptical or you're gullible and you bought into some conspiracy theories and you're talking about them. And instead of just being able to just talk like a nonsense person, you get jacked.
So it's kind of like, it's like subverting the press.
Undermining the democratic process to steer policy and regulatory decisions in favor of the strategic objectives of a foreign adversary to the detriment of the national security of the United States. Like, man, this is all so open to interpretation. Like, think of those things. Impact the country's critical infrastructure and digital economy. That's easy to do. You can impact it. What if you impacted it in a positive way? Like, what are you saying? Impact it. The digital economy. Like, how do they? What have you done? Do you promote a certain coin and it blows up?
Yeah, but
then you just impacted.
What if you like stop using eBay?
Yeah, I mean, if someone, like, think about like these Bitcoin guys. Like, if Elon posts a Dogecoin image, immediately Dogecoin goes up, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't that impact the digital economy? So what does that mean?
Yeah,
I don't know.
So what if he says the crypto is bullshit because he believes it? Well, doesn't that impact the digital economy?
Yeah, they could arrest him.
And are they talking about the digital economy that exists now, or are they talking about a centralized digital currency, which is what China does?
Is that what they're
What
saying?
they want to do?
Are they saying that Elon Musk will be illegal for him to?
I don't know what they're
Dogecoin?
saying. The problem is the way that's. I mean, obviously, I'm not a lawyer, but the way that's written. Scroll back down so I could read that. The way that's written.
Yeah.
Impact to the country's critical infrastructure and digital economy. And digital economy is included in there. Like, what does that mean?
I don't know. I've never made money digitally.
Yeah, I don't know.
But look at